I think you always want to survey your environment and know where the power lines are. My recommendation is if you're on a road, you obviously want to be surveying, you want to be watching the road, of course, but you also want to realize what's happening above. And that means knowing where the overhead power lines are, knowing what side of the road they might run on, and when they switch. So we deal with a lot of augers in farming. We have a lot of booms. I think an important thing to realize is that when you enter a field especially, make sure you give yourself plenty of space into the field before you put your booms down, put your auger out, or you start to unload or load grain. I think the best thing to keep in mind is just keep at least 10 feet away from all overhead power lines. If you just assume that the farm environment starts 10 feet away from the power lines, ensures that you're probably not going to get or come into contact with those lines.
In the cases when we're pulling into a field and we don't feel that there is the possibility to be as far away as we should to unfold, we need to have a spotter. Somebody out there making sure that we're maintaining the proper distance that we need to be from the utility lines. And if you've got into the power line or bumped a pole and feel like, oh, that no harm, no foul, well, you really don't know what maybe you've done. Always notify your utility to make sure that they come out and do an inspection. We'd rather be safe than sorry. The utility does not want that line falling across the road later on today. With auto steer in the agriculture community, it has just been wonderful about making it so much easier for us to do a lot of different jobs, but also it's much easier for us to be distracted. When the combine's driving itself, I get to look at my phone, I can check radar, I get to turn around and look back on the hopper a lot longer to see what the quality of the beans or the corn looks like in the hopper, but you forget you've left the auger out on the combine. There's the power pole, the power line, and auto steer doesn't see that. So it takes us to be in that cab aware of our situation and our surroundings, and always making sure that we know that we've got the utilities out there along the edges, and even in some cases crossing across the middle of our field.